about. All right, Cease, we got to talk more about Evan Engram and Courtland Sutton. Of course, we talked about it yesterday. We talked about the fact that number was, 38%? That's how often Evan Engram is on the field, and that's not very often.
Yeah, 38% of the snaps, whereas last year in Jacksonville, he was on the field 72% of the snaps.
So you're telling me Doug Peterson knows how to use Evan Engram better than Sean Payton?
Right now he does.
Yikes.
That's a mistake.
Not a good look there for one Sean Payton. Well, I asked you this yesterday, and then I thought about it more, and I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into it. Ideally, both come back next week, and they're just hitting every green light the rest of the way through. It's not necessarily a perfect world. That would be great if we see it. So I asked you, if you could only get one, which one helps Bo more, Evan Engram or Courtland Sutton? I want to dive a little bit more deeper into that.
Yeah.
Tell me what your answer was.
Yeah, my answer is always going to be Courtland Sutton. They've gotten by without the Joker before. They did it all of last year, and if they have to do it again this year for injuries or Sean or whatever reason, then the answer's Sutton. Like, you need Courtland Sutton. You need to scheme plays for Courtland Sutton. You need to draw stuff up in the dirt or on the whiteboard or whatever, just where it's like, hey, we're getting Court the ball this time. I know the read is this, but we're doing an easy, quick slant, wide receiver screen, the DT play, right? Why can't Court have something like that where you get him involved, you get him going, you back up defenses, and they go, oh, God, Sutton's going to be on fire today. We better take care of him. We better put two guys on him. Evan Engram, it'd be nice, but I also have seen this team win games without the Joker. They're winning games without the Joker. Well, 1-1. Without the Joker right now this year.
So I know why you're saying that. I don't think it's the wrong answer, but I'm going to pick Evan Engram.
Why?
Because I think Troy Franklin can do everything that Courtland Sutton can do, and maybe more.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You've come around that much on Troy Franklin?
I have. I told you. I hated his hands all year. Love the guy, hated his hands.
Hate his hands.
He's changed my mind completely with what I saw throughout camp, listening to guys like you who I really trust their football knowledge at OTAs, and just kind of, you don't really see it on the field. That's what you said. Like, you don't see it on the field at OTAs, but there's this presence, this he's around more kind of situation.
Don't F with me energy.
And that's back in May. We're in September now.
Yeah.
And now we've seen it in 2 consecutive weeks on the football field. So I'm not saying he's replacing Courtland Sutton. Don't twist my words. I just think Troy can do so much more like Courtland can. And nobody on this team, Adam Troutman, Nate Atkins, Lucas Kroll, no tight end can do what Evan's supposed to do. Now, the problem is Evan hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
So, like, you have evidence. Courtland, he first week scored a touchdown, led the team with 61 yards.
Yes.
Now, last week was terrible at 1 catch, 6 yards. I want them both to be there, but if I do have to pick one, it would be Evan, simply because I trust in the wide receivers around Bo more than the tight end room that is there
the
for
tight
Bo.
ends behind Evan Engram.
Yeah.
Even though he's only playing 32% of the snaps. I'm going to ask you something that I need you to be bare bones honest with me.
I can do that.
Okay? If Courtland Sutton would have grabbed that instead of Bo throwing that pick, would you have a different feeling? Bo throws it up. He's got pressure in his face. The pass is kind of tipped, whatever. Kev, your final judge, it was tipped, right? I mean, it was tipped.
I thought it was tipped.
Okay, so the ball's tipped a little bit. It's a little bit off, but Sutton, he mans up, he boxes out, he bosses up, and he grabs that ball. He makes sure it's not a pick. Do you have a different opinion right now?
I don't think I would.
What?
I don't think I would.
What? Sutton would grab that out of the heavens, prevent the Broncos from getting a pick. They'd still be in scoring position. They'd win that game, and you'd still be sitting here saying Evan Engram?
I think I would.
Wow.
Because, like I said, it's just that the room. There's no one. Now, Evan Engram hasn't done anything, so that's hurting my argument right now.
Right.
But I believe he will at some point.
Well,
do
I wanted
something.
to know if it's just Sutton coming off a game with one catch.
No. I'm not. Sutton had a bad day. I'm not down on Courtland Sutton. Pat Surtain had a really bad day. I'm definitely not down on Pat Surtain. Zach Allen didn't have a great day. We just got to be down on everybody if they have a bad day.
Right.
People have bad days. Are you good at your job every day at work? Stop lying to yourself. The answer is no. Right? He just had a bad day.
Right.
So it's not even about Courtland. It's the guys that are there next to Courtland. Or not next to Evan.
And
really
not next to Evan. That's the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you don't like Lucas Kroll. I see where you stand.
I mean, again, great guy. Football player, he leaves a little to be desired.
You got to know where to line up, right?
That's a big part of it. Bo Nix did talk after the game about getting Courtland Sutton involved, getting Courtland more touches.
Yeah, from the get-go, they were, even in their post-tie man, their free safety was over him, and they did it. That was clearly their plan. They were going to try to take away the gimmies, take away his normal throws, and which is why guys like Troy and Pat had big days, because take away one side, we're able to hit him on the other side, and we got to find a way to get Courtland the ball because he's one of our better players, and whatever it may be, just got to get him his touches. And I think we got him his targets, but I got to do a better job of getting touches for him, getting him his catches. And I felt that today too, and something we got to look at when they clearly try to make a point to take him away. We got to be able to counter it.
One more from Bo on why he didn't go to Sutton more with those targets.
Nothing really. Sometimes the ball finds you, sometimes it doesn't. We got game plan plays for him, and sometimes they just do a good job of taking it away. You got to progress. He's number one quite often, and I thought they did a good job as a whole taking away number one. They got in our face, which is also why the run game was working, because you could tell they were a little bit on the pass game and wanting to take receivers away, and I thought that's why the run game was clicking early, because we were able to block them up and get them going without a post safety.
All right, I like that. I like that. There's some recognition there. Hey, here's why we're doing it. Here's
And we
why
blocked him up.
we had some success with that. Kevin just gave me the numbers looking back at last year. 4 and then 5 catches in the 2 games against the Chargers, both on 6 targets for Courtland Sutton. He's got to be better than that. I'm expecting like an 8, 9, 10 catch week from Courtland Sutton after a 1 catch performance last week.
Yeah, and what do you need to do after 2 games of watching this Chargers team? It's clear what the Broncos need to do. Absolutely 1,000% clear.
Make them run the ball again?